Look at those peas. We've got some that are snaps. We're snapping, and then look at them. Nice peas.
Beautiful. Long strings on them. All the way to the end. We stopped a while ago and counted. Our average is between 16 and 18 peas in these. And I want you to look at this. Look at the size of them. They're big old peas.
2-3 peas is enough for one person for a mess, really.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, look at that. That's just out of one pea. Oh, that's a half a handful. I mean...
All right, we just finished with shelling peas, and that's probably close to 3 gallons of shelled peas, wouldn't you think?
At least.
So that's a good bit. So now I got to get to canning. Hey guys, it's Wanda, and this is Crazy Days. And guess what? We're in the canning kitchen today. Only I want to show you what happens to an outdoor canning kitchen when it's not in use for a few weeks because you have other things going on and no produce coming in. But today I'm going to be canning field peas, the red ripper peas, and the canning kitchen's open when I can find it. So as you know, we parked the car and the Ranger under the canning kitchen. So the Ranger's got to be backed out, of course. And I cleaned the floor, and then I wiped cabinets down. But Danny tends to leave buckets, fans, and house tools surprises. Actually, that one's mine. They delivered it. I've got to figure out where to set it up, and we'll be doing that in a future video. His tool bag with his drill and all that in it, it's all got to come off. I can't get to the canning kitchen. We shelled these peas last night. I got up this morning early before daylight and started cleaning them and getting them ready. And it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's cool. It's like 30-something degrees. Kind of cool. But we're going to can today. We're going to have fun. We're canning field peas. And it's clean, ready. We're going to get the pot going. Taking the lid off. The canning kitchen's open. Peas coming out. Guys, we're ready to can. I've turned on the gas. Have everything going. I've got my canner over here ready with water in it. I've got the pot with the peas. They're cleaned and ready. I'm heating these today because they were in the refrigerator. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them up to a boil and then put them in my jars. I will not use the water that's in here because it will be dirty. We've got fresh water going over here. Then we have our lids, and this pot right here is going to stay on low. It won't get high. We have all our jar systems set up here. I'm going to be putting them in quarts. I'm using non-iodized salt. I've got my stainless. You know how I feel about that. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt in each jar. I've got all my rings, and I got my coffee. You can't cook and can without coffee, right? The peas are starting to get hot. These are the red rippers, and we did pick everything on the vine. So the small things we made into what we call snaps. So you have green beans in your peas. Awesome, awesome, good for you. We're just going to let them get up to a boil, turn them off, and start processing. Did it. Wow. All right, 1 teaspoon. And I've added it to all my jars. I'll go ahead and do that process. It's warming up out here, y'all. The sun is right there behind those trees. gorgeous. So it's warmed the carport up. It's probably, I don't know, where's my, I've done took my thermometer thing out from under here. I needed it somewhere else. But it's probably in the 60s right now under here. It's warmed up. The wind's not blowing. The cows are complaining. Danny fed them, but they know he's in the area. So my jars are going to be in the 60s. They're not going to be hot, but they're okay. And we'll test them before I just fill them full of hot stuff. Kind of temper them as I'm doing this. That's Candy. She wants somebody to come feed her, even though she ate about an hour ago. She comes to the barn and she stands there and hollers till somebody comes back and feeds her again. She's our spoilt baby. She's our first baby, and she's had her first baby, Brownie. No, you're not getting nothing to eat, dear. Go find some hay. Go find the grass. Now you can actually see the sunrise. It's made it above the trees. It's awesome. One thing about field peas, when you're canning them, if you just raw pack, you will have this foamy stuff in there, because that lots of times is your husk and stuff that's in the peas. If you washed them really good, most of it comes out, but you can't always get everything out. And so I skim that off the tops, and this is what it looks like. It's just a foamy stuff with all the husk in it, and it keeps it out of your jars. And so that is one advantage of parboiling the peas before you actually can them, is to keep the trash and the stuff that's still in them out of it. The peas are hot and ready. I'm going to sit them over in the sink and start jarring up. I'm going to move my canner to this spot here, and we'll be ready to start putting jars in there. And I want to drain the water out of these and put them in here, and kind of temper the jar somewhat, because I didn't get them up to boiling. I just got them close, just enough that they would turn colors. And it's still pretty cool out here, guys. You can tell that. And we're just gonna fill the jars. I already had the salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna put the peas up to approximately right here, and then I'm gonna add water. And one reason I don't fill it all the way up with peas is because when I stop right here, peas absorb water when they cook. So you do not want to fill your peas up to here and your water up to here. You don't have enough water. I stop right here at this part where it starts transitioning and finish filling up with water. It's Wanda's way to do it, not knowing if it, you know, it's just my way, because I know if you don't, the peas will absorb the water. You'll have no liquid in your jar. We're going to process these, I believe, 40 minutes once they start, my jiggler starts jiggling. Okay, my jar is, as you can see, about 3/4 of the way full. We're going to add water. And we're going to cover it up to the bottom rim, because I want plenty of water. Right there. We're just going to go ahead and debubble. This is my handy dandy debubbler stick, and give it plenty of room. Make sure there's plenty of space in there. The water's all the way up, and like I said, I like my water here, my peas down here. That gives plenty of water. We're going to put the cap on and put them in the canner and finish this process with all the other 6 jars left. Oh, and before I forget, always wipe the rim and put on the flat and the lid. The flat you do not boil. You only get it warm or you leave it room temperature. Today, I went ahead and put it in water, and it's just room temp. You know, it's not much more than room temperature. And there's my first jar. Isn't that awesome? Look at that, how pretty. It's gonna look great. All right, 7 quarts of peas, Red Ripper field peas. I brought the burner on up to high, put the lid on. We're gonna wait for this to have air pressure coming out, steam, for approximately 10 minutes. Make sure that there's no air obstruction here before putting the weight on. This weight, the one piece with the knob, is 5 pounds. The second little piece here is 10 pounds. And here in Mississippi, 10 pounds is what we need. And we're going to wait on it to jiggle. When it jiggles, 40 minutes, and then we're done. We'll let it cool off, and we'll show you the finished peas. The sun's moved on up in the sky. It's been 40 minutes. We're going to turn this off. Let it cool down, and when this pops down, we'll come back and take the peas out in about 45 minutes to an hour. And we're done with the canning for today. The Red Rippers are out, and they always turn the water kind of brown, which is normal. And it looks great. 7 quarts done. Guys, the canning kitchen is closed.